Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment, and we are here with another brand new Sons of Anarchy Season 6 theory. And of course, what we're talking about today is the simple fact of what team was stronger going into Season 7. Team Black and White or Team Brown and Yellow? Well, let's kick off with Sons of Anarchy's team then. Sam Crow. Obviously, Sam Crow at this point, I mean, members-wise, we're not exactly got the strongest roster of all time. You've got Jax, you've got Tig, Chibs, Bobby, Happy. Juice is obviously no longer a member after the incident. Then you've got Quinn, Montez and West and Ratboy. So that gives you 9 members. Of course, we do see in Season 7 that the Suns do use Indian Hills, but they never tap into any other charters. At the end of the day, you know, there's no usage of any other charter to do with Sons of Anarchy. I think the Indian Hills was only used really to set up the whole Jury son arc, and then could Jury have been a rat, Jack's killing Jury. But you know, if the Suns tapped in to their reach with the whole like Northwest summit, where you had all those charters at the I mean, obviously the Suns could bring like a couple of hundred bodies to the table, but they didn't do that. They didn't bring a couple of hundred bodies to the table, and you only had 9. So in terms of Team White, there's not really a lot floating about. Yeah, they team up with Tully in the jail, but I mean, honestly, I don't think Tully, to be honest, was on board one, because I mean, when you break it down and you look at it, they were never used outside. It seemed to be like just to head it to that ranch for like the odd thing. Then it was never used at the time of the war. Like, yeah, they helped them wipe out like Moses Cartwright's team, but I think once we're going down the line of, you know, looking at Tully's crew and things like that, man, I think you're losing a losing battle. So let's look at Black. Well, obviously, you know, prior to Season 7, you've got a few crews. You've got the Niners, you've obviously got Marks, you've obviously got E-Stub, you've got a few rogue members that you see in Season 7. But, I mean, all in all, I'd say, you know, like, if we're talking about Sons of Anarchy, you've got 9 members. Like, Sam Crow's got 9 members. Like, Team August Marks, Team Black is teaming up with White, probably outnumbers them like 100 to 1. And that's the minimum. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if like the Niners and E-Stub and August Marks crew combined could easily whip out like 500 members. So, you know, big problem. Then you look at the Mayans. On the other side, you've got obviously Alvarez, you've got Handlebar Moustache, but you've also got the fact that he set up a new charter. He set up a new charter in Stockton, and the Mayans just tend to have more members anyway. So I mean, factor in those 2 charters, I would say the Mayans have at least probably got what, like 30 members, which pretty much means the Mayans outnumber the Suns like what, 3 to 1, which is a pretty big number. Then you factor in Nero and the Bizlats. I mean, that probably pushes you closer to like 40. And then the Triads, well, I think this is where Team Black and White begin to get the advantage back, because I mean, the Suns wipe out a lot of Triads, but I mean, I'd say the Triads probably had about what, I mean, no more than 50 members. So when you break it down and you look at it, I think Team Black, I mean, Marks has the reach, you know, with Jax. The Niners and East Dub are going to be with Jax, but obviously quickly, not long into Season 7, you find out that Marks doesn't want any heat, doesn't want any beef, he wants to just keep the money rolling. So when you factor that in and you lose the support of like a lot of Black, I mean, Brown and Yellow might have the numbers advantage, but as we're basing this off Season 6 going into Season 7, I've got to give Black and White the nod, you know what I mean? But I think it's a pretty even fight, and I don't think it underwhelmed the war, but there is a few tweaks I would have made. I get it, Marks is like the kingpin, right? So if he like I said, if he decides to like properly team up with Black and White, I think you've got a big problem. I think you've got a big problem if you're Brown and Yellow. But then the way it ended up going out was the Mayans didn't really, you know, obviously they lied about the whole Triads killing Tara, and then the Mayans, you know, distanced themselves from that rather quickly, and then teamed up with Sam Crow to take on the Niners, well, Marks with the Niners. So, I mean, it is what it is, but going into it, that's the strongest was definitely black and white, guys. Anyway, leave your fuss down below. You know, it's hypothetical numbers. You can't really get, you can get a rough estimate, but you can't really get a complete estimate, you know what I mean? Anyway, till then, peace.